up for Ohio State.
You've waited all day for this.
Don't let that team stand away. He's going to take it to the house. 85 yards. Down the right side going Devin Smith. Got it at the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown.
The one show that's nothing but the Buckeyes.
Oh, Graham Rucker for the touchdown. Graham shoots it high on the right for 3.
This is the Buckeye Show.
All right, here we go on a nice little Wednesday Buckeye basketball preview edition with a lot of football conversation as well because of the constant updates we're getting to this football coaching staff. I'm Timmy Hall, Boatman back there, breaking sports news and knocking it out of the park.
He did it live.
He did it live, baby. He's doing it live more and more. I love to see it. And my man right here, I got a story to tell after we introduce our guy, Dane Sanzenbacher. Don't call him Sanzy Boy. He hates
just
that.
did.
So, right when I threw you under the bus for being in traffic and running a little late, as you texted me and made me well aware, but that's just as you do. As you get into this sports radio game, we do that to each other. So, I was taken aback when one DeVere Posey comes into the office. And I look at him and I'm like, what? He came in here right at 5:55, like right as the studio door opened up when Man and Bone walked out. And I look at him, I say, DeVere, what are you doing here, man? Like you were off tonight. Like that's why we had Dane.
Imagine my surprise when I walk in and DeVere's here.
And so I'm looking back at my text. So basically I feel like the worst assistant PD in the world. And I probably am. Like, I feel that way, and I'm sure that it's true. I'm sure that I am. And so part of the things that I took over when I took on this role is throwing out our schedules, programming schedules, like what's on. For the most part, it writes itself. You know what I mean? Like, our local daily shows don't change unless sometimes we have, like, a holiday around Christmas, that type of thing. Or we have, I just have to make sure that I'm scheduling all the proper Blue Jackets, Buckeye basketball, women's basketball, NFL, Westwood One. It becomes a lot of stuff to keep an eye on.
Typically, you would go with somebody very detail-oriented for that job. Would you say that's yourself?
I think I'm getting there. Okay. I'm pretty organized, but it's a lot, and sometimes things can be missed, and I'm also human. So I'm not going to say that I won't ever make a mistake.
Well, I think it was, for me, a little bit of karma as I'm driving in, and
karma.
I will have it known I was here with plenty of time. I was giving you a courtesy text of, hey,
it's very nice.
Just so you know, I'm cutting it close. Mm-hmm. I didn't say, hey, go on Man and Bone, tell everybody I'm going to be late and question whether I'll get here, because I was listening on my way.
Not like I did.
Like you did.
So like what I did.
As you do.
Yeah.
As you do. And then I walk in, and then somebody
made a mistake.
Buckeye Show.
Double booked the Buckeye Show. And what's that,
I'll
Bodie?
say, Timmy, I woke up to a text this morning from Tito. He's like, hey, do we have any scheduled segments tonight? And I was like, you might want to get hold of Timmy.
Did you triple book?
So we almost had a full throttle Wednesday night here.
You triple booked the Buckeye Show.
I was pretty confused for a second.
Tito, all right, look, Tito, I can actually show receipts about those texts. We just texted about that on Sunday. I told him my mistake. Sometimes the staff schedule for who we have now is 4 pages deep, right? And I purvey that. And I need to get back into a system of a check. Like, Bodie, you could be my checker. Like, when I'm done with it.
I get paid for that?
Yes. You're getting paid.
Okay, cool.
It's in your salary now.
Part of the salary.
Yeah, it's great.
I will say, Tim, don't beat yourself up too much, because although I didn't come in to hear the announcement, in my eyes, you were my Employee of the Year last year.
Give me a break.
I have no idea who actually won it, because I don't really care, and I didn't bother to show up to find out
he didn't want to come to the meeting.
Yeah,
oh,
wasn't
come
really
on.
Interested in that.
Heather and Jen, by the way, congratulations.
Now we're handing it out to 2 people?
Yeah,
Why don't we let just everybody win, Dane?
Give them all a trophy, buddy.
Yeah.
We should give Notre Dame one, too, while we're at it.
I agree, actually.
I know you do. I know you do. Tim, did you notice that every time I have a show with you, I text you the day of and say, are we still on?
Yeah, you do.
You
Talk
wonder
about
why?
2025's Employee of the Year.
You wonder why? Because I need to make sure that there's been times when I'm on and I've checked that and you're like, nope, actually don't need you. Sorry.
It's still smart of you to do.
Yeah.
And my promise to you is that starting with this next staff schedule, it's going to be better. We're going to be more on top of it.
Okay.
So DeVere, the schedule had gone out, and I put him on his normal shows, right? Even threw him an extra one because Tyvis got bumped off of Friday, and he was going to be on Bishop and Friends on Friday. So I asked him, hey, you're doing the Wednesday show. Would you like to do Friday? Don't ask. I actually did ask you. I asked you, and you said it's Valentine's Day. I can't do it.
That's
so
right.
don't say that I'm not asking you to do some shows, because I did right there.
I didn't say
right?
that. Yes, you did.
You've kind of given me eyes about that before.
Not that you didn't ask me.
And you give me a look right now.
No, all I was saying is I do double check on your scheduling. I don't always trust what I see on the page, so I make sure.
You shouldn't, so that's good on you. But when DeVere and I talked, I thought that I told him, you're good, because he said, I'm out of town. I need to be off. He said I couldn't do Friday, and he said I can't actually do my Sunday show either because I'm out of town for a bachelor party. I said, good. Go and have some fun. We'll find some fill-ins. And he asked me again today. He said, Tim, I'm on tonight. I'm assuming, like, yes, you're on the schedule, but we talked about it. You're good. I cleared it. I got Dane. And he said, Tim, I'm on tonight and off the schedule Friday and Sunday, correct? Just confirming. And I said, yes, you're good. Thanks for checking, buddy. And so when he wrote that, he looked back and he said, oh, wait, I wrote, I'm on tonight and off Friday and Sunday. Miscommunication on me. I take that one. And then he shows up. He's here. I said, dude, let's just do the show. Let's just do all three of us. He said, I could actually go and meet my son, Drew, get him set up for, I know he's playing a lot of youth basketball right now. So he sailed right out the door, and I'm the worst.
Didn't even want to say hi.
I'm the worst. He said hi to us. And so
hi to us.
He actually did say hi to all you guys. He told us to say hello and that I got to go because I was double booked. That's what I do. But hey, we got big things happening. We got a defensive coordinator now. We got Matt Patricia back from the NFL. Last stint was with the Philadelphia Eagles. That one did not go so well when he took over play calling duties on defense last season for Philadelphia. But of course, we know that this guy's won Super Bowls with the New England Patriots. He was actually calling defensive plays before he was the DC in New England. Horrible stint as a head coach in Detroit. Morning Juice actually had a guy on this morning that did not. Honest to goodness, before you give your take on this, Dame, we'll get the bad out of the way. Because Jeff Risdon, who covers the Detroit Lions, was on Morning Juice with Beam and Mike Bennett. And they asked him about Matt Patricia. I don't know if they expected some kind of glowing endorsement. It almost seemed like they didn't. And Risdon a little bit, this is a small snippet of it, about the problem with Patricia in Detroit in his eye.
He's a good dude. Like he's like people will like him outside of the building, but man, inside he's just he creates something that he's not, and the disingenuousness with which he operated as the head coach and public mouthpiece of the Detroit Lions was somewhere between embarrassing and disgusting. So yeah, it's not great. As somebody, my dad is a loyal Buckeye. In fact, he has a branded prosthetic Buckeye leg. It's tough for him. He actually called me yesterday and was like, "Tell me this isn't true." I'm like, well, could be rough.
So you're saying it would be a home run hire? Is kind of what I'm catching from your drift.
I mean, he will I'll say this. He will deflect a lot of negative attention away from Ryan Day.
Now, look, some of that, Jeff Risdon is giving his viewpoint of his dealings, right, and covering that team. And you can kind of understand how maybe someone who's a coordinator for most of their life, not a head coach, getting your first big-time opportunity to be the man somewhere, and you might think that you need to change your persona a little bit. Basically, what he's saying is, like, the guy that he knew, as you heard him say, good dude, but the NFL head coach tried to change things up, and it didn't really go over all that well. But obviously, that's not what Ohio State is going to be asking him to do. So just getting the bad out of the way. I know a lot of people heard that this morning. I heard that, and I kind of was taken aback and said, whoa, because
what's the good?
Tyvis and I immediately broke him down yesterday, and still, I won't say that either me or Tyvis, when we first heard about this, were like, yeah, like Bill O'Brien, wow, like that's an incredible offensive coordinator hire. He's gone, oh, you have Chip Kelly waiting in the wings to come in here and be the OC. Even when Jim Knowles was tabbed the DC, I remember being, yeah, like this guy's got a nice background. I think this is what we need at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, Coach Day has a pretty good record of his assistants. I think he's done a pretty good job filling that room with what he thinks is needed at the time. So I don't know Matt Patricia I don't know him personally at all.
Yeah.
And
I haven't
not
dealt with a lot of
him.
people
I know
that
just
knew
the
him.
general media coverage of him. So that's the easy route out. It's a little bit of a confusing one to me. Just because it's a guy that it doesn't appear he doesn't have a lot of college experience. Not that you necessarily need it. Football's football, but there is a piece of it that college is not the NFL. And I don't know. Here's what I wouldn't want to see happen is a guy to take a job that, and there's a world where this is it, take a job that is a stepping stone for him, because I'm too protective of this program to have it be a stepping stone for a guy waiting for an NFL job. If he has real ambitions of coaching in college, which I haven't heard or seen expressed anywhere, then I think great. Let's see. He's got a lot of experience. Let's do it. But that's the I guess protective side of me. Like, okay, like what are your intentions with my daughter?
Right. They're the best. Just the best. Okay. Pure thoughts. Dane, we're just getting started on talking about the staff. Dom Taberry has a super fresh interview with head coach Ryan Day.
Oh.
And we have it. And
of course,
we've got Ryan Day's first comments on the offensive staff changes. And what he was thinking with Brian Hartline in making this move, and an actual official announcement from Ryan Day as well. So that's coming up. You got the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Wake up with the Fan. Eat lunch with the Fan. Go to bed with the Fan. Dream about the Fan. Then change your sheets. Gross.
Ew, you guys are gross, but stick around in case I don't find anyone else.
The Fan.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move, a pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Black history is American history. In this Black History Month, the Ohio Education Association is celebrating the many Black Ohioans who have shaped our past and who are paving the way for a brighter future for all of us. I'm OEA President Scott DeMar, and as a high school social studies teacher, I've seen how important it is for our students to receive a full and honest education so they can become better critical thinkers. Join the Ohio Education Association in standing up for our students' freedom to learn.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers, we're improving lives, we're reimagining healthcare.
Life is more fun with a pal. So is pizza. So check out Donato's new $5 Pizza Pals menu. Order any large pizza and add on your choice of a sub, salad, wings, a 10-inch pizza, and more for just $5. It's the new $5 Pizza Pals menu from Donato's. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season, with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including all-wheel drive versions of the best-selling Corolla. Now through March 3rd, get low-rate financing on a Corolla, or lease a gas-powered 25 Corolla LE for $229 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details, or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get 1 juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, 1 original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A gloomy finish on this Wednesday with temperatures in the mid to upper 30s and plenty of rain and fog. Overnight, we'll see temperatures staying in the mid-30s into your Thursday morning. Rain showers tapering off to flurries. We'll see plenty of clouds and windy conditions on Thursday with falling temperatures into the 20s with a few flurries during the afternoon. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Tailgating is a state of mind. You are listening to The Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall and Dane Sanzenbacher here tonight. My man DeVere Posey tried to come in here to work today. He was here, and I made the mistake on the schedule. DeVere's a good boy.
He's a good kid.
Here.
He's a good
He's
kid.
a good man. He's
and
a good boy and a good man.
And
that one was on me.
We offered him to stay with us.
We did make the offer, and he still had to go.
He and I also did that little thing, Tim, you remember when your son was really young and you just kind of wanted a reason to get out of the house?
Right.
And you and your wife would be like, we got to go.
We got to go out. We got to get out of the house.
Or not even that. You'd be like, no, I'll go to the store. Don't worry about it. I'll go do it. And like you're doing a favor, but you really just want to get. Yeah,
you stay
with him. I'll take care of it.
You're here. Relax.
Yeah.
With our small kid. Who's going to yell
loud,
and scream and want everything.
So you try to make it like a favor, but you actually want to go. DeVere and I did that thing when you were here. We're like, no, you do it. Yeah, I said. All right, you do it, man. You do it.
You both seemed like you really wanted to leave.
So I wanted to do. I got the feeling that DeVere wanted to enjoy his afternoon.
Well, I mean, he made the effort to get out here, which is why I hoped. Or it's fine either way. You're here, so if he had stuff to do in the next 90 minutes to 2 hours, then he was free to go and do those things.
That's if that's what you need to tell yourself.
I just want DeVere to be happy. That's really
isn't that all we want?
Yeah,
we just want him to be happy.
You guys to be
whether
happy.
It's here or whether it's whatever he's doing right now.
So we just left talking about Matt Patricia being the new defensive coordinator, and it is a really interesting hire. And what I was going to say about it with my thing, and a lot of you guys think that this is strange, that this is a weird one. You heard what Jeff Risdon, who covers the Lions, thinks about it, and what he said on Morning Juice. You can listen to that entire interview by downloading their podcast. I am going to give benefit to the head coach that just went on an impressive 4-game run and won a national championship for this university. So I'm not going to nitpick and bicker and question everything that he is doing now in the immediate aftermath. I will take some time, and if Matt Patricia is going to turn out to be a terrible hire, then we will find out in time. But I'm going to give him that break right now because we demanded a lot, we criticized a lot, and we were very rough on this guy when, and still probably will be, if the rivalry game doesn't get turned around. But they won 4 big-time football games and won the national championship. So I'm going to be cool with this. Hiring from within, which we'll hear comments from Coach Day on in just a second on the offensive side of the ball, and apparently choosing Matt Patricia, who is a 3-time Super Bowl champion. Granted, you're going to say most of that credit goes to Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Yes, I get that. But this guy was a hot name in the coaching community. This was a young dude that brought a lot to that Pats defense. This is you look at the shells that he's familiar with and used to. Cover 1, cover 3 guy. I know he likes to get into.
He definitely knows. He knows
the game, right? He's a guy that likes press coverage and third down passing situations and likes extra DBs on the field, which if you look at what this defense just did was a 4-2-5 base shell under Jim Knowles and a disruptive defense and a defense that like to pass rush more carefully here in the latter couple years with Jim Knowles. They didn't put up those crazy numbers, ball hawking and forced fumble numbers in the early years like he did at Oklahoma State, but he put up good numbers in terms of keeping the scoring output low for the opponent, which was big. So I want to give this a chance. This is still a splashy hire for Ryan Day.
It is splashy, and I think that's why it garners the attention. And I mean, on both sides, obviously, it's not like he hired somebody who's never coached a day of football, like his brother-in-law or something. It's not that.
Right.
But I think I think it's fair to ask these questions. And I think obviously this is brand new, and Coach Day will be asked these questions, I'm sure, on what he thinks he kind of brings to the table and how the whole thing came about. So more to be said there. But I mean, people are allowed to have their, this is a splashy hire. That's why it has opinions to it. It's a big one that I didn't see coming. I'd never even heard the name floated, and I have.
Until it was floated, you mean? Yeah.
How long ago do you think it was floated?
I was like a few days, just in this cycle.
Okay, so
that's what I meant.
Yeah. So not
like once Jim Knowles left.
Exactly.
Matt Patricia could be the guy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we were talking about guys we knew. So it seems a little bit when I saw the news today, it hadn't crossed my mind.
Right.
So I think that's the shock of it is just people kind of reeling on like, okay, well. We'll see, but I think most people fall on your side of the fence.
Did you know that he has a degree in aeronautical engineering? That's right.
I think
actual rocket scientist, Matt Patricia. Smart guy. So no, you didn't know that. You can say you didn't know. Yeah.
No, I didn't. Yeah. I didn't know that.
I'm just giving you a little factoids about Matt Patricia. So, what is the deal here? I'm reading from the Dispatch. The pencil behind his ear. They say that's not for show. That's a thing. Like you get a big bearded guy, backwards hat guy, pencil behind the ear. Like he's always got that there. While it wouldn't work on a laminated play sheet he carries around, he told NFL Network in 2019 he will keep note cards with him that he'll write on with pencil over the course of a workday or a game. So he's always jotting things down with that pencil.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think he'll carry it over to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a thing. How could you let that die?
Well, it's new. Maybe change it up. You're in the college game now.
So what would you switch it up for? I mean, you got to have a number 2 pencil, don't you? Is that still a thing? No, it's all digital now.
Does it have to be something behind your ear?
No, it could be anything. What else are you going to stick behind your ear?
That's what I'm trying to think of. I don't know.
Let's get on to Coach Day though. But this is Ryan Day with Dom Taberry. You can catch this. He told me that it's airing at 6:00. So you may have missed this on TV, but good news, the entire interview is available on 10 TV Plus. And Coach Day on naming Brian Hartline the offensive coordinator.
Talk about sacrifice. Here's a guy who he was named coordinator, and I ended up calling the plays that year, but he grew that year. And then we decided to bring in Chip, and he had to take a step back. But he learned from Chip, and I thought down the stretch he did some of his best work I've seen him as a coach. Some of the passing install, the route concepts, the coaching that was done right there was at a high level. And certainly, Keenan helped him a lot and Billy helped him a lot. I was much involved with it, but you could just see him growing as the season went on, his understanding of protections. And because, some guys would say, well, wait a minute, I'm going somewhere else. He didn't name me the coordinator. Well, now he's going to be the coordinator. Now he's going to call plays. And that loyalty and that patience is going to pay off. And I think he's going to be the best coordinator in the country.
How about that? That's some good stuff.
Yeah, I think it's great. And I mentioned this on 10 TV last week. right now, one of the biggest challenges for college programs is some sense of consistency, some sense of stability. And I think Ohio State mentioned it in extending Coach Day's contract, is that, hey, we want stability is so important in the game, period, but specifically in today's game, when you don't know, there's so many unknowns and it's changing from year to year.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
Yeah, so you've got guys now that have been in it and have ties to the program. Hartline, obviously, as a player, Keenan's been here for a while. Guys that know the system, have bought in, have relations. I just always love the idea of promoting from within because I think it's long-term stable.
Well, for someone that has that loyalty, like he said in the clip there, like that, you do like that. He was bumped up, and then a lot of people in this business, when the egos can be so hot that if you get passed up or if your career is going up and you feel that you've deserved a certain opportunity, and then someone like a Bill O'Brien or a Chip Kelly comes in and then takes that spot that was yours, it can make you feel a certain type of way. But he went about it the right way. And that's why he's here now. That's why he really just bought his time for one more year, and then you're getting this opportunity again. So good job on Hartline for sticking with it and sticking with Ohio State. You could tell that this place, as it should, really matters to him.
Well,
because it's alma mater.
That is my exact. There is something inherently different about college.
You don't
in the
get
NFL.
that with every coach because Matt Patricia, nothing really to do with it here.
And that's why I think there's so much strength to that, because you're absolutely right. In a normal situation, yeah, guy like Hartline with all the buzz around him being able to recruit, if that's an NFL situation, obviously it's not recruiting, different thing. But if you're a hot coach, you're treating it as a job. If you don't think he's given a little bit more grace because this is Ohio State, this is home to him, you're crazy. It is why. So I think the more guys you can get like that, and Coach Day is done a great job with that. You got James in there. You've got so many guys surrounding the team that know that. I think those are the true building blocks of a long-term successful program in college football.
So he announced Hartline basically as the OC.
Oh, I don't even know if we've announced anything yet. I'm sure everything's been out there. We got to figure out when to make official announcements, but I can tell you Brian's going to make a great coordinator, and he's going to call plays.
Yeah, they're waiting. There was nothing in this hit about Matt Patricia, so they're still waiting a little bit to get things finalized, and then I think they'll make an official release about all the staff changes, which I think they've done before in previous cycles when they've done it that way. Okay, too hot. Dane, do you have something hot for us tonight? Because I asked you for something hot.
It's coming up after the break, right?
Good. I can't wait. Last time you were here, you had something very spicy. So Sanzenbacher spices it up in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Life is more fun with a pal. So is pizza. So check out Donato's new $5 Pizza Pals menu. Order any large pizza and add on your choice of a sub, salad, wings, a 10-inch pizza, and more for just $5. It's the new $5 Pizza Pals menu from Donato's. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
Attention hockey fans, score the ultimate experience powered by Verizon.
Verizon is giving 2 lucky winners the chance to win 4 tickets to the 2025 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series at Ohio Stadium on March 1st. Plus 50 participants will have a chance to win a $50 gift card. Just stop by a participating Columbus Verizon store by February 18th to enter.
Get your shot at this unforgettable experience. Hurry to a participating Columbus Verizon store today to enter.
Must be legal U.S. resident of Ohio, age 18 years or older to enter. Void where prohibited. For official rules and full details, visit 971thefan.com/Verizon.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinder Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting hindermotorcompany.com.
The Buckeye Show is sponsored by CareSource, proud to be your home for Ohio State Athletics. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Dreaming of the day when the script Buckeyes become the permanent men's basketball uniforms. Yes, looking nice. This is the Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light.
I haven't seen what they were wearing tonight. They got the game coming up against Washington. Big one for the 14-10 Buckeyes to make sure the tournament resume stays in order. You seen it? I know they kind of put stuff out on the social media accounts and checked. They should. They should wear script Buckeyes. Perfect night to do it.
Yeah, I've seen them. When did they wear them this year?
You seen them?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody's seen them. They've been doing that for a few years now. They're great.
Yeah,
I don't care if they wear the icy whites or the scarlet.
The gray ones?
The Jim Jacksons is a great alternate. That's
it shows a lot of sweat. It really shows you who's working out.
It
shows you who's working.
You're right about that. I'm okay with that. Bruce is working. Bruce is working. Yeah, always. So before we get to your hot take,
hot.
I want to tell you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. And a little thing that they are experts at treating, ED, erectile dysfunction. You know, ED can cause a lot of problems. It can cause relationship issues. We got the holiday of love coming up here this week. Mm-hmm. So I urge all men to make sure that everything is good in this part of their lives. So you can sometimes, mistakenly push your partners away if ED can become too much of a problem. You might not think of it like that, but you can do it. It can cause depression, a lot of arguments, breakups, can even contribute to divorce. So don't let that happen. See the experts at Tri-State Men's Health. Go to tristatemenshealth.com and check out all their locations. There's 2 lovely ones here in Central Ohio. They've got a lot of treatments that have success rates over 90%, and some can have you last an hour or more. Dear God, you ain't going to be having no divorces if you're lasting an hour or more. I mean,
might be. Some people don't want
might
that.
Pick up extra wives if that's what you're into. I don't know. TriStateMen'sHealth.com. Check them out. You get that initial visit, $99. You get the TMPSA test. If medically advised, a test dose. If it doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. The expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be doing it the day after your appointment. Dane, last time you were here, you came in and you told us you were going to be hot. You had a hot take. You're doing old sports radio things. Hot take, guys. You said with the Michigan-Ohio State game coming up, that Ohio State, before that game, should say, if we don't win it, we recuse ourselves from the 12-team playoff. My goodness, was it hot.
It was scorching.
And I wasn't on board with any of it.
No, you weren't.
But boy, did I agree that it was hot. So what else you got? Where are you going this week? What do you got for us?
In my further effort to protect college sports.
You're into this right now.
I'm it's
Where'd this come from?
I played sports in college.
I knew that.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
And there were certain things that I found to be very important about it that I want to be representative of. Okay?
I got you.
Because I think college is a unique animal that needs to there's things about it that you're going to have to actively preserve, or it will just go at the interests of TV contracts.
Do you think that people are college football fans over NFL might hit a point here in the next 5 to 10 years if we don't manage it correctly, or they could lose some of that steam for college, the college football first fans, which is, I think, what we all are here in Columbus.
There are, if it's not complicated why you like college football. It's because there's a passion to it. You feel connected to it.
It's fan bases. It's the colors of the jerseys.
The
it's
traditions.
All that.
It's all those
names.
things. Other than that, if you don't have that, then you have a poorly run NFL. The NFL is going to be the king of parity and the best athletes. But you're going to have to protect the college traditions, right? Okay.
As much as you can.
As much as you can.
Yeah. There's going to have to be some sacrifices in some places, but you do want the teams and you want the universities to have the teams that they have had. Even if things change, you need the Ohio State University to have the Ohio State Buckeyes. You need them to have that football team and wear those jerseys.
Why do you
have good men that represent
you like dotting the I?
I like it.
What, you going to stop?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to.
What if we got like a big band out there before the game that was the best concert in the world?
I tell them to go to hell.
But it's the best concert in the world. You got, what's your favorite band? It's Creed. You like Creed, right?
Yeah, right. I want that guy that's flying in there on the streamers.
Yes. You can get that. You can get that, but we got to get
Texas Stadium, right?
But we got to get rid of
out there.
But you got to get rid of dotting the I. You for that?
No, I'm not.
Why?
No, I don't want to.
Because you like the tradition.
Scott Stapp can dot the I. While singing Creed.
Those are the kind of compromises we need to make. So, what I think, to protect what universities are, you have a certain quota of players or coaches that ought to be from the state.
Players or coaches?
That ought to be from the state.
Ought to be?
Yeah.
So you're gonna make...
There's a quota. Similar to European basketball, can only have so many Americans on your team.
Oh, interesting. Really?
Yeah.
European basketball.
Yep.
Like when you say that, like certain leagues in Europe?
I think it's the Euro League can only have so many Americans on the team because they want to promote local talent.
Okay.
They want to make sure the Americans don't come and take over the school.
I'm actually not all that familiar with the structure of European basketball.
Well, neither am I.
Is the Euro League...
It's to work for my point. You demanded a hot take. Don't dig into my... Yes, but the European League, they want to promote local talent.
I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand the structure of this rule and like who's going to enforce it. So is like Jim Tressel going to make this so as the lieutenant governor? Is he going to like put this into place?
He did recruit. He did recruit very well in Ohio.
He did do Ohio. Do you think Jim Tressel, the way he did it, was meeting your quota?
I think he probably would have. And I don't know, this roster might. But I just think, like, in general, I think it's an awesome thing. I think the coolest thing, and you loved it, Tim, my take about Texas and Ohio State. The coolest thing about that was Ohio boy and Texas boy. That is the purest form of college football. It's about those local rivalries, and you're representing Ohio State. I'm not saying you only have to, but I think it is a very crucial part that, if not protected in some way, could go away.
My only pushback on this hot take of yours is that I don't think you need something that's mandated. I don't think you do, because I think the guys I think Ryan Day, not being an Ohio guy, I think he understands that and appreciates that, because if he stays here for a long enough period of time, like I consider myself an Ohioan. Like I've lived here 13 years now. So this is where I'm raising my family. This is the only place my son really knows.
Yep,
so
you'd be allowed in now.
I consider myself to be that. And I think the longer that Ryan Day is here, he feels that, and he feels like he's an Ohioan. And I think they are recruiting inside the state walls. I think they do hold that in high regard, but that doesn't mean they're not going to go get a Jeremiah Smith or Devin Sanchez.
I didn't say this was an Ohio State problem. You wanted a hot take. I haven't even said Ohio State. I said I think in college football in general, there ought to be a premium on in-state. Is there not a difference between in-state and out-of-state tuition at this fine university?
Of course there is, yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
That's the way it's set up.
It's the way it's set up.
It's the way it's set up.
Well, why?
Because they want to give benefit to the citizens of their states.
Well,
you're right.
71% of Ohio State's student body is from the great state of Ohio.
But they also have students from how many different countries, right?
It's
every state, and then X amount of countries.
But wouldn't you want your teams to be representative of your school?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Didn't everybody love rooting for Jack Sawyer?
Yeah. But I know where you're going, and it's not like we would. Well, I think the fact that he's an Ohio kid does make it more of a story. You're right. You are right. But
it's a great story.
But was what Jeremiah Smith did this year any less because he's not an Ohio kid?
I didn't say 100%.
No, I know you didn't. I'm just saying it's still like guys from out of state come here, they become Buckeyes. There's something that is cool about that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there is a good balance, at least to what Ohio State's doing. But I know you're not just saying the Buckeyes. You're saying everywhere.
No, everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm saying just in
so
order.
the places with the best that grow the best talent would then still wind up being the best.
There's incentive to growing your talent. And I think it's beneficial to all of college football, not just saying Ohio State. I think we do it actually pretty well. But in general, you want to root for those guys that are from where you're from.
It's a man that just loves college football. What do you think about that take, Bodie? You kind of in on that right there?
I kind of hate that one because I don't think...
Indiana boys?
Yep, exactly.
That's exactly why he hates that one.
Yep, not a fan of that one.
I knew he was going to hate that one.
If you just said like Midwest, then I'm back in. But the state of Indiana alone... Normally, we'll get some guys, Jalen Smith, Zach Martin,
how about
Tyler
regional?
Eifert, but
how about regional?
Yeah, I can get on board with regional.
How about we go from like Illinois to Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Like we can draw a little like boundaries. Like
you do that on your
spot.
take.
This was Dane's take.
Yeah, you Midwest your take. I'm taking Ohio.
Coming up next, Timmy's take.
That's not as hot of a take.
No, it's a watered down. Maybe we draw a line here, a squiggly one here, so Notre Dame can still be good, and then we'll have this one over here for Pennsylvania.
Was it hot though? I mean, you didn't give me a quota. Like what's the number? Like 90% of the roster? Like that's hot. 60?
No, 90's too high. 90's too high.
What's the number? Then we can determine how hot it is.
50 seems fair.
50?
50 seems fair.
Is it hot?
All right, 6. Does 70 make it hot? What if I say it's got to match
95?
95.
That's cooking.
You know what?
That's
with oil.
Whole damn team. Jeremiah, you got to go. You're not from here.
Julian saying you're not one of us.
We're grandfathered
Julian,
in.
get out.
Grandfathered in.
Yeah. Grandfathered in. Ohio only. Woody Hayes, he's not even paying for gas in Michigan, all right? You think we're taking Michigan people?
That's my guy.
I mean, come on, what are we talking about? Basketball coach Jake Diebler, he had a concern about his team earlier this season, but it has since faded away. What was it? You're going to hear from him next as we get ready for this Washington game tonight that tips at 8:30. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
A lot of hosts have been on our airways in the past 30 years. Some good, some bad, some really bad. Anyway, sorry for that. The Fan.
Come cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball team as they take on the University of Washington at the Shot on February 12th. Don't miss out on themed games, unforgettable fan experiences, and the ultimate Buckeye traditions. Buy your tickets and gear up for game day at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
Congrats, Buckeyes. Cheers for the 2024 national champions. We know there's nothing like celebrating in Columbus. So wherever you choose to celebrate, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Ready to hit the road in a new car? With Pathways, enjoy up to 90 days with no payments and low auto loan rates. Learn more at pathwayscu.com. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including the best-selling Toyota Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through March 3rd, get 4.99 APR financing on Camry or lease a Camry LE from just $289 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
Common Man and T-Bone.
Look at the tattoos, yeah! Tattoo Wednesday.
Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekdays 3 to 6 on The Fan.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
If the colors scarlet and gray made a sound, that sound would be this. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy Hall, Dane, Sands, and Bacher, all you fine Buckeye fans, we thank you for making the show a part of your routine. We are brought to you by our friends at CareSource and by Coors Light. We thank them for sponsoring this lovely show. Let's talk some basketball. We got a good one here tonight because they're all good. Whenever we open up the Schottenstein Center, we got a 3-game home stretch that starts tonight. This is a team that is in most NCAA tournament projections, but they're not necessarily comfortable.
Nope.
Long way from being comfortable. When you see that 10th loss appear, it really doesn't matter what quality wins you have. Your senses should be heightened. You should be taking great care with every basketball game that pops up on your schedule. I really do think they need to win all 3 of these home games for me to feel better about their NCAA tournament chances and that opportunity. And I'll feel really good if they do, because that would put them at 17-10. They've got the Michigan game coming up this weekend. Huge, obviously, with them being first in the conference right now with their win over Purdue. But it starts tonight against a team with great Osabor. Great name, right? The dude's name is great, so he must be great. That's Washington's best player. If you can limit him, I would imagine he's going to have a big game because of what this Ohio State front court has not yet proven to be able to do with any consistency.
Consistent, yeah.
And that's a thing. That's a big thing for me. It just puts a burden on our backcourt. And I know what you would say is that side with the good backcourts in the month of March.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
How did you know I was going to say that?
But I also agree that you have to have something more from the front court. You don't need to have 20 and 10 guys, but I would like the occasional 8 and 8 guy or 10 and 8 guy. And we don't even have that right now from those positions. I'm not counting Devin Royal as that, because Devin's awesome and he can possibly get you 30 points in a game. So I know he will sometimes play the 4 when he's out there, but I don't include him in that. And he's a game time decision, by the way.
Yeah.
So I hope he plays.
Yeah, I agree with you, but there are all kinds of problems that teams have in college basketball, right? When you look at your team, there's nobody's with
perfect.
the perfect, right?
Exactly.
And the type of problems Ohio State has, I tend to prefer because we've seen spurts of them being really good. You've seen the potential there. You've seen how the guards play when they're clicking. What I love seeing about this team, or why I feel comfortable with them, well, one, the great thing is that you always have a chance if you can make a run in the Big Ten tournament. And I think they've shown capability to be able to beat the best in the league. So there's always that.
Or they've played good in stretches of difficult games.
In stretches of difficult games,
Yeah, they were leading Nebraska at halftime. I think they should have. That was the one that maybe more concerned me than made me happy because I thought they're a better team than Nebraska, home or road, and
but shots weren't falling. Right?
Shots weren't falling, but that was
the second half.
That was the game where the struggles in the front court were highlighted. I mean, they were really off in that game, and with Devin Royal being injured for most of it, not being able to be out there, that was the reason that they couldn't win. And it stinks when you have a guy go off for 30 points and then another one go for 20 plus. And you got one part of your team doing that for you, 50 plus points. And then your bench and your front line can't even combine to get you 10 points. It's like, come on, we've got to do enough to where we can get a low post touch every once in a while. I'm not saying that you're going to be Purdue with Zach Edey and that's going to be the focal point of your offense, but to switch it up a little bit and to have these guys just work a little bit harder and hit glass. Hit the glass. I'm not going to ask you for double-digit scoring, but I am going to ask for rebounding.
But I would say that's not a trait of Ohio State in a way that, like, the lack of effort. I don't think that's a trait because I've watched this team play, and that's one of my I've always been impressed on how hard it looks like they're playing. Like, I think these dudes play hard. They're scrappy. They've played in a ton of close games. We talked to Coach Diebler. What was that, 2 weeks ago when I confused him about the jersey thing and he had no idea what I was talking about?
Because he didn't know that you were on the team?
Yeah. He didn't
or know who you were
didn't remember me from 25 years ago when we were friends in 6th grade.
He knew the idea of Dane Sanzenbacher, the star wide receiver at Ohio State. We're like, oh, yeah, that guy was from my town.
Someday I'll connect the dots. But he even talked about they lost a lot of close ones and they won a stretch of close ones because they figured out how to get it done. But I think they continued, even in those games that were close, to give themselves a chance because of the effort. So that's why I don't yes, you can everybody always we need to rebound better. Like every team in the country feels like they could say, we need to rebound better. But, the effort to me watching this team has been there. So it makes me feel positive.
I'm going to give you that thing that Jake was once concerned about with this team, but he's not anymore. So that at least is a really good sign. This was him before I play that cut. I like this because you guys can see the chemistry, and when I'm talking on-court chemistry specifically, when it starts to happen, that can be great. And with the way that Bruce Thornton and John Mobley can play the game together when they're on the court at the same time, because it's going to be continuing throughout the rest of the year.
Really, it's such a fun backcourt to coach because they're talented, there's shot making, there's play making, there's and they compete. They're competitive guys, and just got great relationships with both of them too, which is fun. But I love coaching those guys.
John Mobley really does have a compete level to him too, and while he might not be the biggest guy out there, I see him moving his feet on defense a lot more lately and trying to give it on the other end of the floor. So I like that. But this was Jake talking about at one point was a little concerned about the chemistry with this group.
I said this, even back in the summer in November and December, that a lot of it was for us. The chemistry off the court I was worried about it, and I told our guys this, but day one was really good. Then it was okay on the court chemistry, right? And that there's no we do everything we can to speed that up, but that just takes time, and especially in a year where everything is new. That makes it even a little bit slower. So I think we've really started to see in the last, 6 weeks, an improvement in that between the lines, guys kind of trusting each other maybe just a little bit more, and I think it's been great, and it's been a big part of why we've, won, a handful of these games here in the last 6 weeks.
And you talk about it, Dane, with your old teammate DeVere Posey being in here. You got to have trust, right? Trust from guys that are playing in the same position group, trust when you're on the field or on the court at the same time that everybody's doing their job, trust with your quarterback, from a wide receiver sense.
Yeah, well, I think that's just to go along with what I feel like I've seen from this team has been really good effort in most of their games, flying around and playing hard. I think that kind of effort breeds chemistry. Because when you are on a team with somebody, you at very least want to know that you're busting your butt. You're doing everything you can. then I'll give you a pass on a lot of things. It's basically saying to your teammates, I care about what you care about.
Right.
You can be different in so many ways, but you care about what I care about. Okay, we're good. And that's what I think can build chemistry over the course of a season.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing here is that, like, if you just bare bones give effort, I'll let mistakes go. What you don't want to see in a team is when those things start. The first time you see a guy you don't think is trying hard, nothing kills chemistry more than that.
It's like with my things with Evan Mahaffey and how he's offensively challenged. I get it, I'd like his free throw percentage is not great at all. I mean, he's like 11 for 38 or something, 11 for 28 or something like that. My goodness. And he can't make layups most days, but he gives effort out there. He'll go and get you rebounds. He'll play defense. He'll do some of those things, but I want to see some improvements from this front court. I want their level of play to elevate. That I think should be the challenge. It's like this is time. Like, if we're going to be a team that accomplishes something and makes one of those runs that you talk about, everybody has to now, and backcourt included, with the consistency that is on them, to be the scorers, to be the guys that get that job done. And hopefully some of these other guys are lifted up by that. Yeah. And then bring some of that as well. So we got warm-up coverage coming up here at 7:30. Do not miss it. We're getting pretty close to a pretty interesting job posting in college football soon. Maybe it could be you. Tell you what that is as we keep our finger on the college football pulse next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
Bobby Carpenter doesn't have a mullet, but he's knee-deep in mullet energy. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut, to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
Hey, Ohio State fan, are you ready for game day? Get hyped and get your crew going with the Buckeye Meal at BK. For $20, you'll get one juicy flame grilled Whopper sandwich, one original chicken sandwich, 2 mouthwatering cheeseburgers, 3 crispy golden small fries, and 3 refreshing small drinks. Grab your $20 Buckeye Meal today and share the taste of victory. At BK, have it your way. You rule. Limited time only at participating Ohio area restaurants. Tax extra. BK is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, including the best-selling RAV4. Now through March 3rd, you can get 4.99 APR financing on a new gas-powered 25 RAV4. Or lease a gas-powered 25 RAV4 LE for $339 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Attention hockey fans, score the ultimate experience powered by Verizon.
Verizon is giving 2 lucky winners the chance to win 4 tickets to the 2025 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series at Ohio Stadium on March 1st. Plus 50 participants will have a chance to win a $50 gift card. Just stop by a participating Columbus Verizon store by February 18th to enter.
Get your shot at this unforgettable experience. Hurry to a participating Columbus Verizon store today to enter.
Must be legal U.S. resident of Ohio, age 18 years or older to enter. Void where prohibited. For official rules and full details, visit 971thefan.com/Verizon.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Valentine's Day is Friday, February 14th, and we have great gift ideas like cards, flowers, desserts, and more. Keep Valentine's Day in full bloom with Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good evening. I'm Buddy Wells. We'll start with Ohio State football news as the Buckeyes have their new defensive coordinator. Today, news broke that Ohio State is set to hire Matt Patricia to take over the role left by Jim Knowles. Patricia has spent the last 2+ decades in the NFL, mainly working with the Patriots under Bill Belichick. He was also the head coach of the Lions from 2018 to 2020. Along with that news, secondary coach Tim Walton is being promoted to co-defensive coordinator, and Matt Gurrieri is being promoted to passing game coordinator. Men's college basketball tonight, Ohio State will play the first of a 3-game homestand. Tonight, the Buckeyes host the Washington Huskies. Timmy Hall will get you warmed up for it at the bottom of the hour here on the Fan at 7:30. Tip-off is at 8:30. In women's college basketball, Ohio State is back at home on Thursday night for a matchup against Minnesota. That one will get started at 7:30 tomorrow night. And in the NBA, the Cavaliers play their final game before the All-Star break as they're north of the border tonight against the Toronto Raptors. Tip-off is at 7:30. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
It's time for the College Football Pulse on the Buckeye Show.
Hour 2 of the Buckeye Show. This one's a split hour. As you just heard Bodie Wells say when he was breaking sports news, we're going to get to the warm-up show at 7:30, and we're going to go and get this W. We better, because it's an 8:30 Eastern time tip-off.
Should be illegal.
You like these 8:30 to 9 o'clock weeknight games?
What are we doing,
Bodie?
man? What are we doing?
Man, are we on the West Coast or what?
Is it next week we play Southern California on Wednesday night at 10:30?
2 more weeks.
I might just stick around and wait till Shark gets in, but when we go to leave here,
do you want to just want to switch with Shark that day?
Yeah.
You want to do juice?
He can take a nap that evening and just enjoy the evening off, and I'll just stay in that morning.
I'll just tell you right now, I'm taking PTO that next day.
I don't blame you.
That 10:30.
I'll take a peek at the schedule and see. I might have to as well.
It's a Jackets night. First Jackets night in a while because they got the Four Nations break.
Yeah, which is also
what?
Terrible things are happening right now, Tim. We need more Jackets games. We need earlier tip-off times.
Stop it. But Bodie is one of these guys, he just can't wait till the Buckeye Show ends. He loves CBJ nights when he can get out early.
Hey. What can I say, Tim?
I like getting out early.
Yeah. I'm not going to complain about that.
We really do have a game that starts at 10:30 on Wednesday the 26th when they play on the road at USC.
Oh, my God.
A weeknight game at 10:30. It is going to put Bodie and I, who are here for network postgame for basketball, around the same time as one of the major bowl games was ending for Buckeye football. When we had these 8 o'clock games and then a 4-hour football game and then the post-game show from the booth, and then Beamer and I doing another hour on top of that, and it would be 1:32 a.m. It's going to be just like that on a Thursday morning for the West Coast basketball games.
It's what we signed up for, right? When they sent out the memo and asked all of us to vote and said, hey, do you guys want to add all these teams to the Big Ten?
No, I don't.
And we all said yes. We all voted. Right?
Did we say yes?
Yes, we all.
I didn't.
Yeah, we all got this ballot. They asked us.
I've hated conference realignment with a burning passion.
Oh, no, they really cared about what we had to say about it, Bodie. They sent, you didn't get it in the mail?
How could we not want USC UCLA in the Big Ten? That makes a ton of sense. After 100 years of them being in the Pac-12.
Yep.
Let's just blow it
So,
up
yeah,
and
we can't
restart
complain
all over.
now. It's what we wanted.
Yeah.
George Kliavkov really screwed that
What's
up,
he
didn't
up
he?
to nowadays?
My God.
He's still got a job.
Let's take a famous brand, a power conference, and flush it right down the toilet. Let's take an entire coast of the great United States of America and all these institutions and athletic programs and just flush them.
They're coming back, though, with the Mountain West. They had a team in the...
And Oregon State and Washington State.
Exactly, yeah. Boise made the playoff last year. And
I remember that.
Yeah, they got a bye. I was going to say, did they win a game? But no, they got a bye. And
No. Yeah.
They didn't get killed by Penn State. They hung in there.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than nothing.
It's a good try. We got some more great change. We don't know when this is going to happen, but something's going to be coming up here. I mentioned a job posting.
Yeah.
I don't know, Bo, do you think you can do this job?
I would do it, yeah. My first rule would be Notre Dame is never not going to be independent, so
Never
people
not?
quit complaining about it. I saw this one from Dennis Dodd of CBS Sports. He was discussing the possibility of a college sports CEO or commissioner, something that I think can make a lot of sense given all the changes that have happened recently in college athletics. And it's kind of going more towards the pro model for better or worse. And obviously all pro sports do have a commissioner for their leagues there. And so if this were to happen, what do you guys think? What would be some of the things that would be on that person's plate? What would you like to see kind of get maybe a little bit more structure?
What would Nick Saban do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Alabama Jones.
Well, first thing, I do wonder about what this means for the NCAA. And I don't necessarily see at this point in time that it's going to break from the NCAA, but be more of a complete overhaul. Because in Dodd's article, he talks about a couple of different law firms that exist out there and people that have, been former NCAA investigators and have very specific skills in what they do.
I have a very specific. Yes. Thank you, Bodie.
They will find you.
I have a very specific set of skills.
And they will.
I will realign these conferences. Yes. And you will love it.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to find Notre Dame. What's your?
And they will join a conference.
I'm going to find Jack Swarbrick.
Pete Bavacqua.
I'm going to make Pete Bavacqua and Jack Swarbrick and make them join the Big Ten, or I will kill them. But no, you know what I mean. They could break free from the NCAA. I know that's been talked about because of what they want to do as a set of power conferences. And yeah, the four power conferences, I think as we all see, are going to be the ones that dictate what happens. And I do see one of the first things that I would do if this were me is I would go to uniform scheduling. And I don't take it lightly because I know that that's a big change. But I just think with the kind of money that we're going to need to keep doing what we're doing as these big schools, Ohio States and Penn States and the other Big Ten powers and the SEC powers, all of them, I think you're going to want to be able to sell better quality matchups from start to finish to your network partners. And I think that's a way that you can increase that money flow and charge a little bit more on that bottom line, on that premium.
What do you mean by?
Well, what I mean is that FCS and the non-conference scheduling, you can have some non-conference scheduling, but it's basically going to be that group that we decide on. That group that when we set up that LLC and we figure out what teams, if there's any more realignment, but who are ultimately in that Power Four, those are going to be the games that are played in a college football regular season. So sad to say, sorry to say, Ohio U, God love the Bobcats, Miami, the MAC schools in Ohio, they're not going to be on the regular season schedule anymore. They are. And that is
not only
something that saddens me, but I just think that's the way we're going with NIL. It's going to take.
But you get to be the CEO.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do if you're sad about it, what would you do that would make you happy?
I think that we would have at least an exhibition game that would be set up. So when you have a spring football game, I would like to go with a big, exciting practice, intra-squad thing. Like you have Ohio State and Alabama for a spring squad, for a spring game that you play in April. And then before we get to the regular season, which I would move the season up. And I think there's a lot of things we don't have enough time in the segment to talk about.
I would love for you to do that.
Yeah, we don't have enough time in the segment to talk about what the calendar, what the schedule would be. But I think moving it up a little bit to where week 0 is. But I think we could have Ohio or Miami. That would be an exhibition game that would be televised, and we sell tickets for that. So we can at least do that, like one preseason game each year.
I just think if we started going down the path of that stuff, and I get what you're saying, it just takes away, once again, from what makes college football. Like, I just don't think... Look, I like the NFL.
My man.
And I can tell you
Bodie's coming back to the bright side.
I can tell you everybody's schedule right now, even though 3 or 4 months from now, ESPN's going to do this massive release, even though we can't tell you.
What about this?
Exactly who each NFL team's playing.
What about this?
But I think if I can't look at you, Tim, and be like, screw you, your team sucks because you played a bunch of cupcakes, even if you played three top 5 teams in your non-conference.
This is the exact point. That's why I don't get as interested in what this I agree with you, and sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out. Okay. Because I love that you're back on the light side here. But yeah,
I never left.
What about this? because I'm a CEO. I'm not a dictator, right? I'm going to hear ideas from everybody that works in the organization and that's on the panel. What about if we have one game out of the 12 that you have to play against an in-state team? Is that a nice compromise for you?
I like where your head's getting, Tim, because usually, Tim,
but the rest has to be big on big.
I just don't get as interested in it because this is all a reshuffling to try to fix a problem that was not a problem.
But it is now. Well, all right, like we got to come up with $20 million, and I only think that number is going to go up too, because if we're being honest, it's probably not equitable at $20 million when you look at how much money this monster is making.
Yeah, thank
we're
God.
Still giving them a much smaller. I'm just saying, we're still giving them a smaller piece of the pie than the guys that are actually doing the job deserve.
Tim's a company man.
Look, you're not wrong.
The company man.
I don't tell me he's worried about the bottom line.
It's just
they're in our company. I'm thinking about them.
We're fighting for hearts and minds
here. I think
here.
it's bad for the sport.
Thank you.
Really do.
Who's looking out for the sport, Tim? It's not the CEOs. It's not these people who are sitting in this room making it to be like, oh, okay, this is what we need to do with this TV contract. This problem was created because of money. Nobody asked for it.
If I didn't have people complaining about Notre Dame playing weak schedules and not being in a conference, I just
it's awesome.
What's the point?
It's awesome. We're supposed to hate Notre Dame because they went and have a weak schedule and they're independent. That's college football. It's
that's
fun.
What we're supposed to do.
It's allowed to have stupid reasons. It doesn't need to make perfect sense.
I can't look at Philadelphia and be like, well, you lost a couple games.
No,
they won the Super Bowl and they won it fair and square, and it was even with the other 31 teams.
Now Notre Dame, we get to hate them because they cheated their way in.
Yeah, we didn't even deserve to be in
this. That's the beauty, Timmy.
Forget I said anything.
There was 2 days before the Orange Bowl, James Franklin went on some rant about how
didn't even deserve
every
it.
team should be in a conference. Then we went out and beat his ass, but that's beside the point.
No, it's not. You like it.
No, I loved it, Tim. I loved every second.
You love that point.
When he started talking down to Freeman in our program, and Freeman started having a little bit of a smile, I said, James,
I didn't even say that.
Poking the bear, buddy.
I didn't even say that you had to be in a conference.
I know, but it all goes together. It does.
It does, dude. It does. It has to.
Is non-conference wise, at least next year, is pretty good. I don't even know the other two teams, but I know they play Texas, which at least is pretty good.
My model,
but it doesn't matter because there are people who don't like Ohio State who, even if Texas slips a little bit next year and they're 9-3, people are going to be like, "See Ohio State, they're going to get into this 12-team field with a weak schedule," and they're supposed to because that's how the sport's supposed to be.
In my model, when you don't get in a conference, you just go to the next smaller division. So that's where Notre Dame is.
That's what you're supposed
Notre Dame's
to
going to run the MAC.
Yeah.
We'll send you down there. When Tate's commissioned, we're sending you right down there.
To play Northern Illinois.
Yeah, you might.
And you might come in second in your conference.
You might win 7 straight national championships, or you might have more disappointment in your future. All right, Ryan Day said something pretty wild to the guys right after winning the Natty. Please tell. That's next. It's the Buckeye Show on the Fan.
We know everything about you. We know you love the Buckeyes. We know you love the Jackets. We know you're wearing a red shirt. I just freaked the hell out of someone. The Fan.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's our us. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH. That's our us. When dreams sunk in, that's our us.
Giant Eagle is teaming up with Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola to give one lucky Buckeye fan a VIP basketball experience. Go to ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle to enter for a chance to win 4 tickets with parking to the March 4th home finale against Nebraska, a Buckeye prize pack, a $200 Giant Eagle gift card, and a trip to the head coach's radio show. Enter today at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Giant Eagle for a chance to win. Brought to you by Giant Eagle, Cheez-It, Pringles, and Coca-Cola. Go Bucks!
Life is more fun with a pal. So is pizza.
So check out Donato's new $5 Pizza Pals menu. Order any large pizza and add on your choice of a sub, salad, wings, a 10-inch pizza, and more for just $5. It's the new $5 Pizza Pals menu from Donato's. More toppings, more flavor, more fun. Donato's. Gotta love more.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
Everybody knows that Roosters is a fun, casual joint with their award-winning waitstaff, great food, fun, and laughter. It's a quick stop on the way home to sit back and unwind. It's a front row seat to the big game. Roosters is where you, your family, and friends can order pizzas, sandwiches, salads, and more. And the home of award-winning wings that are fresh, never frozen, and so big you won't believe it. It's your family's other dinner table. Roosters, a fun, casual joint, and the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with great benefits, we also help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining healthcare.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else, like the family-size Highlander and the bigger, more powerful Grand Highlander. Now through March 3rd, get any new Highlander or Grand Highlander with 6.49 APR financing up to 72 months, including hybrid models with $1,681 per thousand borrowed, subject to approved credit through TFS. Plus, you get 2 years no-cost maintenance. For complete details, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, plenty of rain showers, and some dense fog on this Wednesday. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. We'll see steady temperatures overnight. Rain showers tapering off to flurries by morning. Falling temperatures all day into the 20s by Thursday evening with cloudy skies, brisk conditions, and a few flurries. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Using the Buckeye hookup to play golf at Scarlet whenever we can. This is the Buckeye Show.
Timmy and Dane on a lovely Wednesday. If you missed the start of the show, you can always go back and download the podcast anywhere you get your audio. Because we were talking about how I am the worst assistant program director of all time because I made a couple of scheduling mistakes. Some of it was just miscommunication, but I take the responsibility for it.
But you do have a lot of responsibility here that aside from that you're great at, including Mad About Hoops podcast.
I appreciate
also,
that.
if you do
nice
not
of you.
subscribe because I do, and you guys kill it.
That's very nice of you. So, yeah, we've got...
coming up on an Ohio State basketball game, I get a lot of my college basketball knowledge from you and Rhyme Time.
And Evil Bald Man.
Yep.
And obviously, we don't just talk about Ohio State basketball. We do. We have a segment on OSU,
it's hoops
but we
in general.
branch out.
It's awesome.
There's a lot of good.
Do you like hoops?
I think Dan Hurley. I know Jacob was watching the UConn Creighton game. I was watching a little bits and pieces of that and some other things last night. Some of those SEC teams are good.
Mm-hmm.
Just good.
Shout out to Dan Hurley reminding the crowd, I'm a 2-time national champion.
Shout out to Carl Ravitch and Archie Miller
for not
understanding math.
Conference records.
Did you see that about how they were making a big deal about how if you really look at it, the SEC they're 500 against each other. You're like, oh boy, you get that the Big Ten's 500 against each other this season too. You know, you should really be focusing on what their overall records are and then their non-conference records. And Also, just look at the teams. The SEC has a bunch of really freaking good basketball teams.
They do.
They're just better than most everybody else in the country right now at how they play the game. They're pretty awesome. But I want to play this for you, and then Dane had a question to ask for me. But Ryan Day he's living it up right now, and that's good to see. He did the championship circuit, had all the celebrations on field, winning the games, moving on step by step. He had told the story about how he knew, sorry, Bodie, but it didn't even matter what the opponent was. When Jack Sawyer was running that touchdown back and there were no flags on the field, he knew that was when they were going to win the national championship in the second to last game, that was going to propel them, and the vision was there. Like, the vision was there. Now, Caleb Downs was on a podcast with Field Yates. Caleb is awesome, right? And he's one of the guys that is coming back. Doesn't have to come back, has to come back to college football somewhere. Or he doesn't even have to do that, but he can't go to the NFL yet, so he may as well play college football. Yeah, we won't take you unless you try to Maurice Claret that thing and actually get it to work this time. But Jeremiah Smith, Caleb Downs, you got to come back. And in this little clip, he will drop something that Ryan Day said right after they won the national championship, and it's pretty fascinating, the word that Ryan Day used and how he described it.
When we went up on the stage, it was a bunch of us players standing next to the trophy. I was like, wait, where's Coach Dave? Like, this is his moment. Like, where's he at? We got him over there. He was like, man, I felt like this has been my birthright for my whole life. So I was like,
I paused it there. He said that he felt like this has been my birthright. How do you take that?
Maybe it was a miscommunication.
We don't know the tone. We don't know if he was being completely sarcastic, but I could also kind of get it. Birthright, like, this is what I was meant to do. That's not
what birthright means.
Well, yeah, I guess the birthright is like...
Birthright means you were owed it.
You're owed this.
That's not... Maybe it might be lost in translation here.
Yeah, a little bit of lost in translation from what was actually said to Caleb Downs.
Born for this or born for this is different. That's what it was.
And maybe Ryan misspoke or had a different meaning in mind if he said this.
Yes.
Or...
That's what I would take from it. That would be my guess, knowing
this is what I was meant to do.
Yeah.
I saw this. It took, because the way I see that and just hearing that, I agree with you. Like, if you look at the definition of birthright, it's like, what are you owed in life?
You're going to get this regardless, yeah.
But if that is what he meant, like, I'm a coach. I wanted to be in football since I even discovered the sport from a very, very young age. In my entire life, all I could think about is how this is what I'm supposed to get. I'm supposed to get to this point where if I'm in the NFL, I'm winning a Super Bowl, or if I'm in college football, I'm winning a national championship. Maybe it was meant like that. Either way, it sounds pretty awesome, right? That now you have done that, and now you can carry that around you the rest of your life.
Yeah, and you're coming off of not only an emotional game, but an emotional year for everybody involved. Like, the ups and downs weren't lost on anybody, much less Coach Day. So, yeah, at that point, I can't imagine there was a better feeling in the world than being able to host that thing. Here was
the end of that clip.
Oh, this is a crazy feeling for him. And then he got to hold up the trophy, so I know that was a surreal feeling for him. For me, it was an honor just because he let me come in this year when I entered the transfer portal, and I had a great relationship with him in high school. So it was a surreal feeling knowing that we got the job done, and everything we learned throughout the season, the lessons and the losses, got us to that point.
Love the music there. I thought somebody was playing like old-timey music on a Victrola before that clip finished.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dane, you wanted me to put a list together for you.
What I wanted to try to do, Tim, is because every time I have a take, you're yet to agree with pretty much anything I say.
That's not true. That's not true.
I don't even know why you invite me on, but since you do,
when you said you had a hot take, I thought you were going to have like a take about how Upper Sandusky should actually be the other way around.
Well, that's
how
something
Sandusky should be Upper Sandusky.
It's about how the river flows, dude.
And the other one should be Lower Sandusky.
Yeah, everybody knows that. It's upper because it's upriver.
It's more north.
That's not how it works.
I don't care. It just doesn't make any sense when you look at a map.
No. Here's what I'm saying. You like to take the side of this is where we're going, and I get that. We know it's going in a direction, but Bodie and I, we want to stand our ground of like, but this is what's great about it. So what I said was I want you to think through your top list of things about college sports that make no sense, but we love them anyway. It doesn't make sense to like it. The NBA would never do it. And a great example I gave you was Allen Fieldhouse. Your alma mater's crown gem, your basketball arena.
Yeah, they beat Colorado in there last night.
No
made
professional.
It a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, no professional league would ever play there because it wouldn't maximize their profits. Yet it's one of the coolest things about college basketball and Kansas. Would you agree?
Of course.
Makes no sense from a money. Doesn't make any sense from a money perspective.
Right.
You could get. It's one of the best programs. You could get more seats in there. We could get more boxes.
But everybody wants to go there, and everybody's going to pay a premium. And just because you don't have the suites, what you do is you build an incredible little area underneath the arena or to the side where all your big spenders can have special access before the game, at halftime, and then even post game to hang out. Because you don't have luxury boxes.
Luxury boxes always generate more money.
Right.
If it was better to have,
it's just better.
If it was more profitable to have quaint arenas, the NBA would have quaint arenas.
You're right.
They do not. No,
they'd
who
have
does?
their own Allen
College
Fieldhouses.
basketball because it's different.
It's just
college is
better.
different, Tim. We're just trying to get you caught up with the differences. Just pump the brakes a little bit about creating another pro league because you might not like it as much.
It's not a pro league.
You want
college league.
Tim, who hates tradition.
Better.
That is said. Hey, welcome. This is the Buckeye Show with Tim, who hates tradition. Let's all make it pro. I've got some ideas.
I'm just trying to be
Let's change the intro.
I'm just trying to be the best CEO that I can be. You want to make me out to be the bad guy? You task me with a job. I'm just going to try to do it.
Hi, I'm Tim, who maximizes profits.
Tim, we don't want you on that wall, and we do not need you on that wall.
Bobby's down in Guantanamo Bay. That's where he's hanging out.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They came and got him. What happened to him?
No, he's there right now.
Why?
I don't know. Just to go.
Oh.
Why not?
Yeah. He's a big fan of A Few Good Men. I know that.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty cool.
Did you order the Code Red?
Yeah. You're damn right. Yeah, damn right I did. All right, Dane, thanks a lot for coming in, man. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
Thanks for
overbooking this and letting me be the last man standing of the three people you invited to be on this show.
Buckeyes winning tonight?
Absolutely.
By how many?
8.
All right, good. So it's a Washington cover, but I don't care. That's a Buckeye basketball
I didn't know the spread.
victory.
I'm sorry.
We will check in with Ron Stokes and warm you up for Buckeye basketball against Washington. It's an 8:30 tip. We get started catching you up with it next on The Fan.
There's one medical team in Central Ohio skilled enough to care for your favorite Ohio State team, and Buckeyes everywhere. The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center is your choice for the most highly specialized orthopedic and sports medicine care. Our surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists have access to the most advanced treatments and innovative recovery approaches to get you back in your game. Because on or off the field, our team is your team. The choice for your orthopedic care is clear.
It's Toyota truck and all-wheel drive season with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Now through March 3rd, get 4.99 APR financing on remaining new 24 Tacomas and new 25s. Excludes TRD Pro and Trail Hunter. Or lease a new 24 Tacoma SR5 for just $285 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Congrats, Buckeyes. Cheers for the 2024 national champions. We know there's nothing like celebrating in Columbus. So wherever you choose to celebrate, choose chill. Coors Light, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. 21 means 21. Celebrate responsibly.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
You'll find low prices on thousands of items. The yellow and red tags mean you'll save big on sparkling ice water, Kroger brand chips, and so much more. Kroger, fresh.